Welcome is 1:41. So sorry to be late, but I told you that I wasn't here in the city. Unfortunately, I had to travel and I was coming back, you know. Now I'm here. So at this time, guys, we're going to start with unit number 12. But before starting with unit number 12, I ask you to finish some points from a workshop that it was posted in Cynthia, and this workshop is related to unit number 12. Yes, related to unit number 12. That, however, we already started with that unit, and today we're going to try to finish the unit. If you have any doubts, so just let me know it, and then we will talk about that as soon as you have any doubts of the topic that we are going to talk about today. Okay, so I'm sharing my screen. I'm presenting my screen right now, and this is what we saw last week. It was related to past perfect. Who can remember? Who can remind me what past perfect is? What is past perfect? When do we work with past perfect? Juan Pablo, when do we work with past perfect?
Mister, I can't hear you so good.
You can what?
I can't hear you.
And now, better?
Um,
Can you listen to me?
yes, but very loud.
Give me 1 minute. And now, better or the same?
Um, the same, but I believe it's my cell phone.
What about you? What about you guys? Elias, Karen, and Carla. What about you? Can you listen to me normally? Can you listen to me normally? Okay, Carla says yes. Okay, perfect. So at this time, um, you're seeing my screen now. Okay, you're seeing my screen now. And the first thing that I would really want that you can concentrate is about past perfect. Could you remember that? Um, do you remember that we were talking about two expressions in past, but what happened with those two expressions in past? Which one is what and the other one is what? Can you remember that, guys?
Mm, Um, is is before the other.
It's before the other one. Yes, you're right. So in this case, for example, the swimmers were very surprised. Assistant started shouting. So there are two sentences, but we have to check which one happened before the other one. That's why that we were talking about that we were. I'm going to present my screen one more time. We were talking about a workshop that I asked you to finish. So in which you had to join the two sentences using the phrase given, or the word given in this case was before. So the example that we saw last class was first, second, and then the phrase or the word. Bill bought a house in Barcelona, and second, it was Mary moved to Barcelona. So in this case, we had two sentences, and then as soon as we read them, we are going to check which one happened before the other one. Bill bought a house in Barcelona, Mary moved to Barcelona. So the word is before. Look at the answer. Before Mary moved to Barcelona, Bill had already bought a house there. This already is just an extra word in which it gives like an emphasis to the sentence. But if you don't want to use this already, it's okay. However, is more or less necessary to make the emphasis that I've just told you some seconds ago. So in this case, first of all, I have to check, I have to read the two sentences. Bill bought a house in Barcelona, Mary moved to Barcelona. I'm going to use my mind and I'm going to check which one happened first. So in this case, Bill bought a house in Barcelona and then Mary moved to Barcelona. So in this case, before it happened, it had happened in the past. I mean, before this happened, something else had happened before. Okay, so Bill had already bought a house in Barcelona. Are you following me, guys?
Yes.
Thank you. What about Karen, Juan, and Carla? Are you following me?
Yes.
Thank you for your answer, Juan and Elias. Okay, in this case, Carla, can you open your microphone, please? Carla, can you open your microphone? Okay. Thank you. Carla, are you there?
Yes.
Perfect. Thank you for your microphone, for opening your microphone. Okay. Now, guys, you have this example. So the first one is, first, the children finished dinner. Second, they ate ice cream. Okay, we already did this one. We're going to concentrate on the second one. First, the family had breakfast. Second, they went to the zoo. The word is after. What is the answer of this one? Carla, what do you think? What do you do related to this exercise number 2? I don't know why it is number 2. This was the example. Yes. And number 2,
Okay,
Carla.
I
I'm
I
sorry?
make I make two options.
Okay. You did 2 options. Which one is
Yes.
the first?
The first is before I had
No, no, no.
visit.
The word is after. The word is after. It's not before.
Um,
With before. Let's suppose that there is before. What is the answer for you?
but
Before.
okay.
First of all, Carla. First of all, which one happened before the other one?
Before I had visit my mother,
Before
I played soccer
I had
with my
this.
cousin.
Carla, are you seeing my screen?
Yes. No.
Are not you see? I mean, you're not seeing my screen.
I see my screen.
My screen or your screen? I don't know what you mean.
My screen.
Mine or yours?
My screen. Because I make in Word.
Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. What is the answer of number 2?
Before I have
Did you do this activity, Carla?
Yes.
Okay.
Usted, lo tengo diferente. My exercise is different.
What about you guys? Are your exercises different? On number 2 is the same.
No, the same.
It's the same. I don't know what happened to you. Carla, what about number 3? Is it not
I mean,
Melanie?
Number 3 is the family had breakfast.
Okay, this is number 3. The family had
Okay.
breakfast.
After the family had breakfast,
Okay.
they had gone to the zoo.
Like this. After the family had breakfast. What is the first action and what is the second one? What happened before the other one? What is first and what is second?
the
First
family
is
had
they had
breakfast.
gone to the zoo, and second is the family had breakfast.
One more time because I couldn't listen to you very well, Elias. I'm sorry.
Okay, they had gone to the zoo. Es the la que ocurrió primero, that happened first, and the family had breakfast was the second activity.
After the family had breakfast, is this correct or incorrect? What do you think?
I
Incorrect.
think it's incorrect.
It's incorrect. Okay, and what is your option, Juan?
The family had breakfast after they had gone to the zoo.
The family had breakfast after
They
they
gone to the zoo.
had.
Yep.
The family had breakfast after they had gone to the zoo. Elias, what do you think?
The family had the family had already had breakfast
The
after they
family had already had breakfast.
no, sorry. And first is they went to the zoo after
The family went to the zoo
after they had already had breakfast.
Mister.
like this. The family went to the zoo after they had already had breakfast. Después que la familia
Yes.
desayunó, ellos habían ido al zoológico. La familia desayunó después que ellos habían ido al zoológico. La familia fue al zoológico después que ellos habían desayunado. ¿Cuál de las tres pega más?
Sorry. That wasn't my example. My answer was they went to the zoo after the family already had breakfast.
Ajá, eso es lo que tengo escrito.
¿Sí?
Sí,
Mister.
usted no ve mi pantalla, no ve mi pantalla ustedes.
Sí, es que
Yes.
estoy mirando dos al tiempo. Ya. Answer, they
Okay.
went to the zoo, the answer.
Después que la familia desayunó, ellos habían ido
No,
al
no.
zoológico.
But
No
I'm
estoy
saying in my
escribiendo.
opinion. I'm saying they went to the zoo
Es
after
lo
the
mismo que decir de family o they. No puedo empezar diciendo they porque realmente debo enfocarme. Recuerden que yo lo voy a decir en español por un momento. Yo no puedo empezar con un they y después con una family. No. Aunque aquí en el ejemplo esté de family, esté they, y yo considere que esta es la primera, que esta es la primera partecita que va en la oración, entonces yo no puedo empezar con they, porque aquí yo debo saber qué es lo que es. ¿Quién es estoy hablando de la familia? Y después yo digo they, en el caso que yo quiera considerar que esta es la oración que viene. Entonces yo lo primero que debo identificar es, la familia desayunó, la familia fue al zoológico. ¿Cuál de estas dos oraciones naturalmente pasa primero? ¿Yo primero voy al zoológico o primero desayuno?
desayuno.
Entonces esta es la que debe tener el hat, porque es que esta es la primera que debe pasar. Ambas están en pasado, pero la que tiene que tener el hat es la que tiene the family had breakfast. ¿Ya? Entonces, esto está incorrecto, esto está incorrecto y esto de alguna manera está correcto. ¿Cómo así de
Pero,
alguna manera?
exacto, la corrección está en que tiene que ser the family went to the zoo after they already had breakfast.
No, no, así está bien como está. They had already had breakfast. Entonces
Pero
aquí
se podría la otra.
nosotros aquí, miren, vamos a mirar el ejemplo que está aquí. Estoy hablando un poquito en español para que puedan comprender el mensaje que les estoy diciendo. Aquí está el had, que es el auxiliar, y este es el verbo principal. En este ejemplo que está acá, el had es el auxiliar y aquí está el verbo principal. Por eso es que se duplica el had, que naturalmente en el ejemplo aparece con el had. Entonces aquí me doy cuenta que este had es el auxiliar y este es el verbo original de la oración. Entonces, cuando yo me doy cuenta qué oración ocurrió primero, yo me doy cuenta que esa oración que ocurrió primero es la que lleva el had. Entonces, en este caso, esto está incorrecto, esto está incorrecto. Lo primero que yo debo hacer es verificar dos oraciones, pero lógicamente o naturalmente, ¿cuál de las dos ocurrió primero? Si tengo que desayunar, después voy al zoológico. Entonces, yo empiezo y digo la oración. Entonces, yo digo, the family. Bueno, importante que sepan también, no importa la posición de la oración. Si aquí yo veo que dice the family went to the zoo, esta oración no significa que fue la primera acción que ocurrió, no. La primera acción en la oración que me dice que ocurrió es la que lleva el had. O sea, ya yo sé que esta que está aquí es la que lleva el had. Perdón, es la primera oración que ocurrió. Ambas están en pasado, pero no importa la posición en el texto, porque lo que me va a indicar cuál ocurrió primero que otra es el auxiliar had. ¿Sí me están entendiendo o no me están entendiendo?
Sí.
Ok. Los demás, Carla, Juan Pablo y Karen, ¿me están entendiendo? Voy a hablar inglés nuevamente. Muy bien. Ok.
Sí.
Perfecto. Bien, entonces aquí nosotros tenemos, la familia fue al zoológico después que ellos habían desayunado, ¿cierto? O yo puedo decirlo también, después que en la familia, para de pronto yo no confundirme con los dos que tengo aquí, para yo de pronto seguirlo. Entonces yo digo, después que la familia había had, ese recuerden esto already, le da una connotación chévere para eso, pero depende también lo que quiera decir. Por ejemplo, aquí yo preferiría no colocar. Entonces yo digo, after the family had breakfast, they went to the zoo. ¿Cierto? Después que la familia había desayunado, ellos fueron al zoológico. La familia fue al zoológico después de que ellos habían desayunado. Ambas son correctas. Entonces, esta que está aquí, yo sigo la misma connotación o sigo el mismo ejercicio que me estaban dando en el encabezado. Listo. Bien, la number 3. La number 3 is for Elías and la number 4 is for Karen. If your
Mr.
microphone, wait. If your microphone, Karen, is not working, use the chat to write the answer, please. Number 4 is for Karen. Elias, go ahead.
Okay, Melanie. So he said, Melanie went to the zoo before she already had read a lot about elephants.
One more time.
Okay.
You
Melanie
have
went
to. You have to. Which one happened first?
read read a lot about elephants.
This is first. Yes?
Mhm.
So it has had.
Mhm.
Okay. Uh-huh.
And second,
Before.
she went to the zoo. So it said, Melanie went to the zoo before she already had read a lot about elephants.
Melanie went to the zoo before she had read a lot about elephants. Melanie fue al zoológico antes de que ella había leído muchos
Yes,
de
it's
los
not
elefantes.
correct.
It's not correct. So this before is at the beginning.
Okay.
Better?
Yes,
Before Melanie
Melanie.
went to the zoo, comma, she had read a lot about elephants. Antes de que Melanie fuera al zoológico, ella ya había leído
Mucho acerca de los elefantes.
y cerca de los elefantes. Number 4, Karen. Okay, Karen says, before I went to the university, I had already worked as a carpenter for 5 years. So I went to the university, I worked as a carpenter for 5 years. So the first one, I went to the university, I worked as a carpenter for 5 years. The first one is this one. It happened first. This case, I have to use had, and then I have to use this sentence in the same way that is written. Okay, perfect. Thank you. What about number 5? Number 5, Carla. Number 5, Carla. Number 6, Juan.
Okay. After I learned English in England, English, I had gone to live in United States.
One more time. Could you please repeat?
I had gone to live in United States. Gone.
Okay. After I learned English in England, I'm sorry. After I learned English in England, I had gone to live in US. I learned English in England, I went to live in the United States. So, I had gone to live in US. Yo aprendí inglés en Inglaterra, fui a vivir en los Estados Unidos. Después que yo aprendí inglés en Inglaterra, yo había ido a vivir en los Estados Unidos. ¿Cuál de las dos pasó primero según Carla?
I learned in England, and I learned English in England.
De las dos oraciones, ¿cuál ocurrió primero que la otra? ¿Aprendí inglés en Inglaterra o fui a vivir a los Estados Unidos?
I think I learned in England. And I learned English in England.
¿Cuál es el had se utiliza para la oración que ocurrió primero o para la oración que ocurrió segundo?
La que ocurrió de primero.
¿Y por qué, si usted dice que fue a aprender inglés a Inglaterra, Entonces, ¿por qué el had no lo tiene esta oración sino esta?
Porque ahora es que lo estoy
Ah,
escuchando.
entonces sería, after I have learned English in England, I
I
to live
went, I went to live
in the
in
United States. Perfect. Better. Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. Number
Yes.
6 and number 7 for Elias. Number 6 one.
I put the keys on the table before I had opened the door.
I put the keys on the table
Before I had opened the door.
Open the door, put the keys on the table. Which one happened first?
Open the door.
Open the door. Open the door, put the keys on the table. Yes, you're right. Number 7.
You already had gone home before I wrote the letter.
You already
Had gone home before I wrote the letter.
wrote the letter, you came home. Which one happened first?
And you came home.
You came home. And I wrote the letter. Was the second one? Yes? Ya habían venido a casa antes de que yo escribiera la carta. Yes or no?
Yes.
Perfect. Good. Problem with the topic now is clear.
Mister, why we put had gone and no went, only went?
Give me 1 minute. Let me open it one more time. Which one do you say, Juan Pablo? Number 7?
Nope.
Number 6?
I believe it's number 4.
I went to the university. I was a computer for 5 years.
No,
This
no.
one.
That
Melanie went to the zoo.
they went to,
I learned English in England.
it's one that said had gone.
This is had gone. I learned English in England. I went to live in the United States. I learned English in England. It happened first. I went to live in the United States. After I had learned English in England, I went to live in United States. This is the one that you're talking about?
I am talking about one sentence that in which we put had gone and no went.
And which one is that one? Maybe it's this one. I had worked as a computer for 5 years before I went. Oh, no, this is another one. Melanie, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what is the sentence you're that you're talking about. Because the only one that have went is the third one, the second one too. I mean, all the sentences have the verb went. I don't know which one you're talking about. Huh? Okay. Let's continue. We're going to continue now, guys, with unit number 12. We're going to finish unit number 12. So try to be focused on this unit because it's really important that you can participate, because this is our last session, like using the units. So in this case, we are going to be concentrated on unit number 12. We are going to finish this unit, okay? So we already did the first one. It is reading and speaking, Australia, England, the US, and Sweden. But here we have some other aspects in order to clarify and in order to have it clear, everything related to past perfect. Look at this highlighted verse from the Australia story. Answer the question. Then they realized that there was a shark at the other end. A large wave had carried the shark into the pool during the night. Which action happened first, A or B? What are the two parts of the verb in sentences B? So we were talking about this just some seconds ago, but related to this example that you're seeing now. Then they realized that there was a shark at the other end. A large wave had carried the shark into the pool during the night. Which one happened first?
Letter B.
Letter B. You're extremely intelligent because we already saw this point. So no more. I mean, you're not going to be complicated with this situation. Now we have here reported speech. What is reported speech? So pay attention because I'm going to ask questions.
Okay.
So in this case, first of all, we are going to check gossip is good for you. We are going to read this secret, and we are going to take a look to this secret that maybe it can be like a little bit funny or fun for us. Okay, Elias, start reading please, and then Carla will continue with the second paragraph. Elias, from here to here. Elias, and then Carla, this paragraph, and then we will continue with Juan Pablo. Elias, the title, only the red part. The title, this, and the red part. Elias, go ahead.
Here's a secret. Gossip might be good for you. We all enjoy gossiping about people we know. Although, sometimes we might feel guilty about it afterward. However, new research shows that gossiping might be good for us.
Okay. Do you know what gossiping is? Know what
I have
gossip
an
is?
idea. It's like a talk about people.
Yes. When for example, hey Juan Pablo, imagine that I saw Elias in the corner of his house, and he was kissing my neighbor's wife. Imagine that. Elias was there. That is gossip. Okay? I am a gossiper.
Okay.
And
Like
that's not
chisme?
true. Yes. We do not want to say it in Spanish, but anyway.
But we
Okay.
can have an idea about English, but in Spanish. Like an old video camera, like those women that are all around watching and talking about people.
Right. Right. Carla, paragraph number 1.
Professor M.C. Andrew, a professor of psychology.
Professor McAndrew.
Okay. Professor McAndrew, a professor of psychology,
Psychology.
believe that gossiping is in our genes, and we feel pleasure when we share interesting information. McAndrew said that gossiping is a social skill, and we need to learn to do it well. According to the professor, gossip can be a positive thing when people use it to build connections with other people in their social group, but it can be a negative thing when somebody gossip about another person
Only.
only to make themselves feel more important in the group.
Something important for you, my friend Carla, when you're reading, you have to pay attention to this situation here, for example. So in this case, we have use and eat. Use is like, and then
Yes,
there is a vowel that is coming that is a. This case is e. Is it in Spanish, but I in English. The I is coming. So in this case, you have when people use it. So you put them together in pronunciation. Okay, use it. No people
use it.
use it to build. No, use it. Okay,
Okay.
perfect. What do you think, Carla, about this? Professor McAndrew, a professor of psychology, believes that gossiping is in our genes, and if we feel pleasure when we share interesting information. Gossiping is a social skill. Is that true? What do you think? Are you in agreement? Hmm?
Repeat.
Are you in agreement about this information, about Professor McAndrew's information? Positive
Yes.
thing when people use it to build connection with other people in their social group. But it can be
Yes.
negative when somebody gossips about another person only to make themselves feel more
Mm.
important in the group. Why? What do you think about this? Juan Pablo, what do you think?
I am disagree with Professor
You
McAndrew.
are in disagreement.
Is that I believe that gossiping is a bad action. I know that we can feel pleasure gossiping about someone, but it is bad.
But what?
But what?
I mean, gossiping is good or bad? You said that is bad.
Yep.
Okay. And are you in agreement when it says, for example, build connection with other people in their social group? Hmm? Build connections. Is that a good like relation like
And
with
it's true, but it is not a good way
okay.
to have relation.
Okay, continue with this paragraph.
Professor McAndrews' research also showed that people were happy to pass on good news, but only if it was about a friend. They also enjoyed passing on negative information about other people when it was about somebody they disliked.
Okay. Yes, and finally, Elias.
Another thing that the new study showed was that men and women gossiped differently. In general, the men in the study shared gossiping with their wife or girlfriends, but not, but not with their male friends. Women,
Women.
however, gossiped with both partners and friends.
Okay. Yes, you're right. True or false? We sometimes feel bad after we gossip. True or false? We sometimes feel bad after we gossip about related to or according to the article.
Yep, it's true.
Okay,
True.
true. Professor McAndrew says that we are programmed to gossip.
True.
Gossiping can be good or bad. It depends on the way we do it.
True.
People enjoy sharing bad news about people they like.
False.
Men gossip with their friends more than with the family.
False.
Okay. What in pairs? Tell your partner the following. Listen and check the notes. Listen and take notes. Then change roles. We are not going to listen anything, guys, but we are going to pay attention to this point. Something about your partners or grandparents, a place you have been to, something that you're planning to do in the summer, something that you did last weekend. In this case, you are going, hey, pay attention. You are going to plan some pieces of information related to these points. This is in the speaking part. One, for example, in my case, I'm going to say something about my parents or grandparents. For example, my grandparents visit me every single Saturday. Okay? And then Juan Pablo is going to take notes. Kevin's grandparents visit him every single Saturday. Okay? And then I'm going to tell you something about a place you have been to. I have been to. I have been in Orlando, Florida. Something that you're planning to do in the summer. I'm going to travel to Europe. And then the last one, something that you did last weekend. I went out with my girlfriend. So the information can be true or invented, but it must be interesting. Mine was not interesting at all. So that's why that I want to encourage you guys to make interesting sentences. As soon as you finish saying your sentences, we are going to change partners. You are going to say, for example, in this case, something about my parents. My grandparents visit me every single Saturday. And Juan Pablo is going to tell Elias Kevin's information, what I said to Juan Pablo. And for example, Juan Pablo is going to say, hey, Elias, come here. Kevin said that, or Kevin told me, or Kevin said that in this case, That is optional. That is optional. Kevin told me his grandparents went or visited him every single Saturday. So in this case, you are going to use the information that Kevin said in present, you are going to use it in past. Or if you want to use it in present, it's okay, but it's more common to say the information in past. The second one, for example, a place you have been to. I have been in Orlando. I told that information Elias. Elias is going to talk with Carla. Hey, Carla, come here. Kevin told me that he had been to Orlando. Okay? So the information that I used in present that the person shares in present, when you are going to report that information, most of the time it has to be in past. Are you following me, guys? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so at this time you have 5 minutes to share your information, and you are going to take out a piece of paper, or you are going to open a Word document, and you are going to write, to take notes about your partner's information, and then you are going to report that information from the other person. Okay, 5 minutes. 5 minutes. 2:35.
Mr. Sorry, when we finish to say the sentence, we are going to look for others people information.
Yes, in some minutes you are going to share your information and your partners are going to take notes about your information. And then Juan Pablo is going to do the same, Carla is going to do the same, and Karen is going to do the same. And all of you are going to take notes about everyone's information.
Okay, Miss. Thank you.
Well, let's start with Carla. Carla, let's start with you, Carla. Number one, something about your parents or grandparents. What can you tell us about your parents or grandparents? ¿Mm? Carla, ¿está por allí?
Juan.
One.
I.
Carla, are you there?
What does your mother do now?
What is that, Carla? No. It's some information about your parents or grandparents. For example, in my case, my grandparents visit me every single Saturday. What is your sentence about your parents or grandparents? Juan Pablo.
Um, since my grandfather died,
Since,
my
since, since,
since
since,
since sorry,
since,
since
since.
my grandfather died, my grandmother has been reading a book about their love story.
Okay, one more time. Repeat.
Okay. Since my grandfather died, my grandmother has been reading a book about their love story.
Okay. Could you report that information, Elias? Could you report Juan's information? And could you please tell me that information? Elias, are you there?
Yes, Juan said that his grandmother have been reading a book about his uh, lover's life,
About her. Her lover? About her.
about her husband.
Okay, perfect. Excellent. Now, my friend Karen. Karen, do you have one? If Karen has one, just you can leave it on the chat. Elias, what's yours? A place you have been to.
I know it. And I have been in Tolu.
Okay. Juan Pablo, what did he say? Tell me that, please.
Elias said that he had been in Tolu.
Perfect. Good. Juan Pablo, number 3, something that you're planning to do in the summer.
I wanna go to the beach this summer.
Karen, could you please report what Juan Pablo said? He said, I wanna go to the beach. What did he say? Can you please report? Can you please report what Juan Pablo said? And Karen says, my grandparents visit. No, this is not well constructed. My grandparents, I visit them constantly where they live. There. No, this is not well constructed. Your sentence is not well constructed, Karen. I'm sorry. Okay, Elias. I'm sorry, Elias. Yes. Can you report what Juan said, please?
I couldn't hear well. Can you repeat it, please?
I want to go to the beach.
Juan Pablo said that he wanna go to the beach.
No, no, that he won, that he,
That he won't go to the beach.
no, that he, in past,
What? He went to the
no.
beach.
I want to go to the beach. Juan Pablo said that he wanted to go to the beach in past, okay? And
Okay.
in this case, for example, something that you did last weekend, Karen, something that you did last weekend, Karen, something that you did last weekend. Something that you did last weekend. Everybody, here, he works in a bank.
Mister, I can see your screen.
Can you see my screen?
No,
Now, can you see my screen?
Yep.
Okay, number one, Elias, or Juan, or Karen, or Carla. He works in a bank. He said that.
He said that he was working in a bank or
No.
He said that he worked in a bank.
In a bank. Thank you. 2, we went out last night.
They said that they went out last night.
I'm sorry, but that is not the answer.
They said that they had gone out last night.
Excellent. Carla and Karen, are you understanding? Are you following my idea, Carla and Karen?
Mister,
Hmm?
why had gone?
Because it's more normal to say that when we are reporting, we focus on an idea that is in past. And what is the past of went, had gone? What is the past of work, worked? What is the past of I'm coming? I was coming. What is the past of I was waiting? I had been waiting. Got it?
Got it.
Mister,
Perfect.
and when the time is past perfect?
No, it continues in past perfect. There is not any other past before past perfect. Past perfect is past perfect. Okay?
Okay.
In this case, I'm coming. For example, Kevin told me that
He was coming.
he was coming. Perfect. The past of I'm. I was waiting for the bus when he arrived. I said, in this case, I use Kevin, but we have to report with the same personal pronoun. In this case, is I said I had been waiting. Why had been? Because the past participle of was is been. And what is the past of the past simple? Past perfect. And what is the past perfect? Had plus the verb that is in past, that is the past participle in this case, been.
Oh,
And obviously you have to continue. And obviously you have to continue with the ing form, in this case with the gerund. Number 5. What is this? Is I would or I had? Which one? Miremos el resto de la oración.
I had.
Esto es I had, ¿cierto? Porque tengo ¿el qué?
Been.
El past
¿Y el
participle.
be qué es? El pasado participio de el verbo to be, que es is o are en presente, was o were en pasado, y el been es el para todos, ¿cierto? El pasado participio para todos esos del verbo to be. En este caso tenemos I would, no es I would, sino I had. Le digo, I said that I had never been there before. I didn't go to the party. Le quiero preguntar a Carla y a Karen le estoy preguntando hace ratico, ¿están entendiendo o no están entendiendo?
Mr. Karen had answered.
Y ya vi. I said I had been waiting for the bus. Ok. Carla, estamos haciendo la oración en pasado. Si a usted le dan una oración aquí, entonces usted debe reportar esa oración, pero en pasado, dependiendo la acción. Por ejemplo, si ya está en pasado la acción, entonces la acción que usted va a reportar tiene que obligatoriamente ser ¿qué? En pasado participio. Perdón, en pasado perfecto. ¿Y cuál es el pasado perfecto de was? El had y el been. Dime. Da un minuto, chicos. I'm back. Are you understanding? Is everything clear so far, guys? Problem or no problem? Carla, la que me preocupa un poquito. Sí entendió ya un poquito, se lo expliqué en español.
Yes.
¿Cómo sería entonces esta? Si ese yes es así, yes, ¿cómo sería la sexta entonces?
I say that
No se vayan a volver canciones en decir, por ejemplo, I said that, I said that, I said that. Ah, bueno, en este caso sí, pero para de pronto decir, he told me, she told me, no van a decir siempre, she said that, he said that, no, porque eso es canción. Hay que cambiar, ¿oyeron? Hay que ser un poquito diferente. Ajá, Carla.
I say that I had not gone.
No puedes cambiarle. ¿Cómo es la negativa de didn't? En pasado. ¿Cuál es el pasado del didn't?
Done. When.
¿Cuál es, chicos?
I hadn't.
Hadn't. Excelente, Elías. Hadn't. ¿Y el verbo cómo queda?
Gone.
Gone to the park.
Okay. Muy bien, interesante la que viene, la número 7. Lucy will come later.
Lucy said she would come later.
Excellent. Lucy said she would come later. Excellent. He hasn't eaten breakfast. He hasn't eaten breakfast.
Mister, sorry, one question. When the verb is a modal verb like should or might.
Okay, we will go down. Wait. We are in number 8. Number 8.
Okay.
He hasn't eaten breakfast.
He hadn't eaten breakfast.
He said he hadn't. Okay, that is optional. Okay. He said that he hadn't eaten breakfast. I can help you tomorrow. I said
I could help you tomorrow.
I could help you tomorrow. You should go to bed early.
I said you should You
No.
no.
You said,
You
I said,
Mhm.
I'm sorry, you should go to bed early. There is no any other option. You have to continue with should because there is not past for should. And in this case, there is past for can that is
Okay.
could.
So for my and may is the same.
It's the same. You're right. Question? No questions? In this case, it's would. It continues in the same. Okay? Could, the same. Question, guys? Is everything clear? No? Bueno, chicos.
Yes, clear.
Entonces les quiero comunicar, se los digo en español, lo voy a decir en español. Recuerden entonces que este jueves que viene vamos a estar trabajando de manera particular porque hasta las 3 de la tarde tienen tiempo para entregar ¿el qué? La actividad final de este tercer corte, que es el radio commercial. Espero que estén trabajando durante toda esta semana, muy bacano en todo. Y entonces les agradezco que por favor preparen esa actividad bien, porque el día jueves estaré recibiéndola hasta las 3 de la tarde. Eso quiere decir que el día jueves no nos veremos de manera sincrónica, sino que ustedes van a estar trabajando durante toda esta semana, van a tomar esas 2 horas. No quiero que nadie me diga que por favor, profesor, ¿será que lo puedo entregar a las 4, a las 3:30, a las 3:01? Porque no se lo voy a recibir. Es hasta las 3 de la tarde. Lo estoy diciendo desde hoy, lunes 9 de noviembre. Además de eso, bueno, entonces ya lo saben, el día jueves estaré recibiendo eso hasta las 3 de la tarde. El día lunes de la próxima semana, o sea, de hoy en 8, tenemos el tercer parcial y el parcial final. Y el jueves de la próxima semana tendremos la despedida. Yo les estaré comunicando en todo eso. Quiero también aprovechar entonces de que, como les escribí en el chat, tenemos 4 notas, tenemos un proceso del 60%, tenemos el comercial del radio commercial, que en este caso vale el 10%, y tenemos también el examen final que vale el 30%. Espero entonces de que todos cumplan, que hayan aprendido mucho durante este curso. No sé si tienen que decir algo, si tienen que pues aportar algo. Podemos ir adelantándonos un poquito a los hechos. Ya saben que la próxima semana son las 2 semanas ya de finiquitar todas las actividades académicas y pues nosotros afortunadamente estamos bastante adelantados y creo que han entendido los temas. En el caso de Carla, de Karen, que de pronto no hayan entendido algo del tema, de la temática, les agradezco que puedan ver esta clase nuevamente grabada para que puedan pues aclarar todas las dudas. Si no es más,